But paradoxically, your eyes contradict your words. Topaz-like stains floating, smiling on the green that tries to drown them. A reed, your body trembles, dances restlessly, with a tenacious gaze piercing them, with the quiet question phrasing the unattainable, the protean desire, the flare of something frail to be wrought by us in the interrupted sighs of lips. The verb destroys the sortilege. Absurd disquisitions, perhaps on how to decipher the secrecy of the text. Useless, seeming splurge in the vacuum, wasted in the fleeting image of memory. The hermetic smile sets a challenge, fades your words, haunts them. However, you don't dare. The audacity melts away in your silent begging. It founders, finally, but you, there, staring at me, questioning. Hypothesis of a dream, and I have two quotes here from the Bible. And it comes to pass, when he had made an end of speaking unto Saul, that the soul of Jonathan was knit with the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as his own soul. 1 Samuel 18:1. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for thy love is better than wine. The Song of Songs 1:2. Nevertheless, I never offered a thorough report of your absolute surrender. After all, I was the one who had gone searching for your scent of moss until I found you, distracted at the bar in the opal-tinged lights of the afternoon. Sycophants preventing me from coming closer were surrounding you. Our eyes met patiently. While leaning over, I noticed the dark blonde gown that made furrows on the back of your neck. I felt the swell of your breath and foresaw a capitulation. Our lips showed us the path. A recent breakup had made me vulnerable. I lost it after your kisses. I longed for your young body, sweet as sugar cane. I breathed in the fascinating insolence of your unsophisticated loquacity. I relinquished everything for your lips. While the summer's scorching sun was hitting the walls, I nibbled on your buttons until I pulled them out and found you, strong and flawless, in the intoxicating sweat of your thighs, in the inner perspiration of your navel. We sat up in the midst of the bed sheets, impelled by the obstinate onslaught of the deferred lust, rising up in the umbra tree of that irreparable afternoon. Habits make us despicable, ordinary and faint-hearted, preferring security instead of the chance of reaching for the sublime. I went back to the winding, although familiar path, to the compliant arthritis of forgetfulness. Even though you offered me everything, I chose the comforts of an insipid bonding. Long ago, I lost it after the kisses of your mouth. You are no more. You exist in the hypothesis of a dream.
Ay, me encantó. Miguel.
Right, that's the same. I'm not standing on there.
And the other thing is,
I can park it in. Park it close to the bar.
close me when you fall silent. Your eyes, which mark off my winding paths, hiding nakedly in the port, lip to lip, hand to hand, your eyes, which are now forever closing. Pindar in the mirror. It's not required that the word dwell in our midst, Pindar said, and I am not quoting. Laughter praise is preferred, and I am not laughing. Perhaps the goading word, he said, should be turned into a battle, said he. Did he say it? Silence is preferred. Is it, Pindar, now? Is it? The world is disorder. You weren't aware of that. It's unclean and only the word constructs its fiction. The page is dead. I breathe life to your frail strength. You live through me when I offer you my reading. A wrong one, perhaps. And I am not quoting. It's not required that the word dwell in our midst if we give dead life back to it. This is a very difficult poem that I want to read. It has several voices speaking at the same time and sometimes interrupts one without finishing the sentence. So bear with me when I read it. I only read it 2 or 3 times in my life. And this is a special night. Thank you to Richard. And it's dedicated to Merce Cunningham, the dancer, and to John Cage, the musician, and Shirley Jackson, the writer. It was inspired by a dance by Merce Cunningham and the music by John Cage. Destiny, the title is Five Stone Wind, and that's the name of the dance. Destiny boasts of its wisdom, even though any proposition trying to encompass everything fits its symbiosis. I am the captain of my fate, I am the captain of my fate, I am the captain of my fate, you wrote. The traffic lights cool off their colors and by chance we arrive at Queensboro Plaza. Unfortunately, I am unable to offer you a symbol of life. With patience, you will find a name, the meaning and the simple on a turtle shell. The black glass of a non-existent window eclipses in the train the reflection of the legend asking your questions. The world ceases to exist indifferently. It is ambiguous and opaque in its existence. The premises show reality's logical ways. The captain of my fate, laughter is possible, laughter is possible, laughter is possible in death. The subway arrives at the station, and in the black, thick window, I nightmare your shape. We become infamous and intimate. Spring has awakened, and I imagine your reflection on the black glass. The dichotomy is evident. Your neighbor is your enemy. Your house, the yang and yin, in perpetual flow, will offer the mathematic combinations ad infinitum. It is imperative to remember that any language masks the thoughts. You are there, motionless, summarizing the world as if it belonged to you. Wake up. The world exists independently from your will. Play with the hexagrams if you must, but forever forfeit the causal link. Do not freeze your gaze if you discover there is no contact between us, since anything begetting certainty is carrying the verb. Do not insist. Open your mind and relax. Must be a fortress, not a home. Let us epistemologize with the false parameters of psychology. The theory of knowledge is the philosophy of psychology. It is possible. Until that happens, it doesn't matter what they call this land. Absurd, non sequitur, Scorcio sintatico incongruo con risultato di condensazione. It's imperative. Quiet. Quiet now. We cannot infer destiny's events from today's circumstances. A kiss will deny the tautology asleep in your mind's meanders. That I arrive on time for my translating treacheries. Namyo Horengekyo. An act enunciates me, defines me, limits me. A macaronic kiss on the nipple, replete with the ambrosia of a titillating lotus sutra. Possible is laughter, possible is. There are 5 repeating points in chance. Fate, my, of, Captain D, am I. Perhaps you are hallucinating me with the fragmented reflection of your face, turning into a variegated language, the phenomenal form of all thoughts. Image or meaning? I'm afraid I have mixed feelings. Alone again, hierarchic, distant, and undefined, this solitude joining us in a biting kiss of incipient stings of internal struggles. You say nothing in your unrelenting nostalgia